Hey everybody, Jay Super Awesome here. I would like to welcome you to episode number 9 of my horror movie spotlight. In this episode, we will be taking a look at 10 horror films that feature clowns. Now keep in mind, this is not a top 10 list, this is completely random. So this should be fun, so let's get started. Okay, up first is 100 Tears. After being accused of crimes he did not commit, a lonely circus performer exacts his revenge on those who unjustly condemned him. The act sparked something inside of him which he could not stop, and now, years later, his inner demons have truly surfaced. Part urban legend, part tabloid sensationalism, he is now an unstoppable, murderous juggernaut, fueled by only hate. Going to circus will never be the same. Next up is Clown Kill. A group of employees at a small business lock themselves in their office building for the weekend in order to catch up on some important deadlines. But little do they know, they have also locked in a sadistic killer clown who has plans of his own for the weekend festivities and is seeking bloody revenge against the company members who must band together to survive the weekend. Okay, next up is Scary or Die. After 5 strangers attempt to escape a horrifying fate, one is mauled by a flesh-eating clown. Infected by the maiming, Emmett succumbs to his terrifying metamorphosis. As his body begins to change, so does his desires, placing the lives of his friends and family in jeopardy. Okay, next up is the Funhouse Massacre. On Halloween night, a group of the United States' most notorious serial killers escape from Statesville Asylum and descends upon a giant funhouse whose theme is based on their different reigns of terror. Then unsuspecting carnival patrons think that the carnage created at the park is just part of the show until they become part of the main attraction. The only people left to stop the killers are a ragtag group of college kids, a clueless deputy, and the local sheriff, who seems to have a strange attachment to the leader of the maniacs, the silver-tongued devil, Mental Mandy. Okay, next up is Killer Clowns from Outer Space. In space, no one can eat ice cream. A spaceship looking like a circus tent lands in a field near a small town, signaling the attack of deviant red-nosed balloon-twisting psychos from another world who plan to annihilate mankind by turning people into cotton candy. Luckily, the town's teen citizenry decides to fight back and teach the cosmic bozos a lesson. But these clowns are no klutzes, turning popcorn, peanuts, and caramel corn into playful but deadly weapons of madcap destruction and mayhem. Next up is Camp Blood. 10 years ago, a series of brutal murders rocked peaceful, isolated Camp Blackwood. The killer was never caught, and the camp, renamed Camp Blood by the locals, was never reopened. Ignorant of the camp's terrible history, 2 young couples decide to visit Camp Blood. The campers soon realize they are not alone and that someone is watching, waiting. The murders at Camp Blood are far from over. They have only just begun. What began as a pleasant hiking trip turns into a savage struggle for survival as the campers try to escape from the bloodthirsty killers. Will anyone make it out of Camp Blood alive? Okay, next up is Killjoy. He's not clowning around. Deep in an inner city hell, a grisly figure is killing off the bad guys. Is it a vigilante? A demon? For the beautiful high school student, Jada, that's the question that will bring her face to face with the killer clown, Killjoy. Okay, next up is Mr. Jingles. His joy is your pain. After being in prison for years for a crime he didn't commit, an innocent man emerges from prison as Mr. Jingles, a killer with revenge on his mind, determined to make the guilty parties pay for what they did. Mr. Jingles goes on a bloody killing spree, wreaking grisly havoc on the families of those who put him behind bars. But the homicidal clown had one witness who got away and spent years in isolation trying to erase the gory memories. Now she is back and ready to rejoin society again, but someone else is planning a very different homecoming. Next up is Fear of Clowns. One woman's most terrifying nightmare becomes a reality when the paintings she makes of bloodthirsty clowns begin to manifest themselves as reality. Convinced she is imagining the terror, Lynn continues to paint and tries to overcome her desperate fear of clowns. But when a clown identical to the one in her painting begins to stalk her, killing off those around her, Lynn is forced to confront it dead on or succumb completely. Okay, last up is Drive-Thru. At Hella Burger, it won't be the food that kills you, but you'll wish it had. High schooler Mackenzie Carpenter thinks her biggest problem is dying of boredom in the bucolic wasteland of Orange County, until her classmates start dying of massive blood loss, and Horny the Clown, the mascot for the local burger favorite Hella Burger, begins madly stalking her with cryptic messages hidden in 70s niche toys. It isn't until Mac discovers her unbelievable connection to Horny and his victims that she realizes if she's going to live to see 18, she must come face to face with the killer clown in the bloodiest week Blanca Carne, California has ever known. Okay, so there you have it, a look at 10 horror films that feature clowns. Please join me again next time as we will be taking a look at list number 3 of 88 Films Slasher Classics Collections number 21 through 30. So please like, subscribe, comment below, and let me know what you guys think about this list. And I would like to thank you for watching.